We've got 2 more weight classes to go, the heavyweights now, and we'll finish up at 125 pounds. Wilson Spires in the lineup for the injured Brock Kaler for West Virginia. Konner Doucet, another top 10 ranked wrestler and veteran guy in this Oklahoma State lineup. Wrestling in his 6th year. Doucet ranked 8th in the country. And Doucet in on a shot, 15 seconds in.
Well, you know, we were talking about how tight this match is. Aside from the 2 technical falls, there's only 12 points that Oklahoma State has scored more than West Virginia, which includes the West Virginia win. And that's the difference in most of this scoring, right? So these have been some pretty tight matches. And if you're West Virginia, you're like, okay, so we're close, but we got to find that way to break a couple, win a couple of those matches like Andrick did on the front end at 33 today. This one is not likely to be a very close match necessarily, but I think the bodes well in terms of, even with the changes in the lineup and things along those lines, that the team has wrestled pretty well coming off of that disappointing loss at North Carolina, even though they were pretty competitive in that too. Didn't travel real well necessarily and ended up losing that dual meet. But this one, I think they've been pretty competitive and wrestling pretty hard throughout most of it.
And there's your 4 back points. And Doucet still to work 4 more. 11-0 lead, still with 1:40 left in this first period. Spires 2-2 on the year, a redshirt sophomore. And Doucet with a couple of near falls, a total of 8 back points in the early going.
Yeah, just a basic tilt, right? Tight waist, break the arm. And this was pretty close to almost a fall, but Spires does a nice job of rolling his way through it.
Doucet with an issue with blood, so we got the blood timeout. Minute 35 left in the first period.
So they're over there laughing and yucking it up while he's getting his, looks like his lip or his nose, not real sure, but.
Doucet behind Hendrickson last year in the heavyweight division here for Oklahoma State.
Can't figure out why he couldn't break the lineup there.
Yeah, well, he was in the lineup.
Well, yeah.
23-24 right. And 22-23
right.
Won a total of 39 matches those 2 years. They bring in Hendrickson and he wins the Hodge Trophy.
So think about that. You're the guy in the lineup. They bring in a transfer who beats you out, and then you're sticking around another year in order to try to get your due too, right? So, I mean, mentally, that's a tough adjustment. Like, do you believe in me? Well, you're bringing somebody in to replace me, obviously. Now, you got replaced by the guy who wins the Hodge Trophy and has one of the greatest upsets in the history of NCAA wrestling in order to do that. But still, man, that's not an easy spot to be in mentally.
Doucet just gets the first period fall, 1:12 mark. So, well, Konner Doucet looks like he's wrestling angry. Back in that lineup after having to sit last year. Very, very impressive. A couple of near falls, and then he finishes off with the pin.